Tonight, see how the community is preparing for the first football game.
Plus, what childhood game is making its way to Troy's campus? Stay tuned. Troy TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Nightly News for August 27, 2013. I'm Christina Cook.
And I'm Courtney Addison. Thank you for joining us this evening. Trojan football kicks off this weekend and fans all over are getting ready for the big game. The city of Troy is adding to the pregame festivities this weekend with the return of the downtown tailgate. Lloyd Price gives us a look at this year's event.
On a typical day in Troy, most people wouldn't go to the downtown square to find entertainment. But as the second annual Downtown Troy tailgates are about to begin, local tourism officials hope the square will soon become the most exciting place to tailgate.
We'll be having live music. We will have a big screen TV so that our attendees can watch some football games while they're down here with us. And we'll also have merchant specials and sales during our tailgating events.
This year, we think it's going to be bigger and better. We have wonderful entertainment from local entertainment, plus we have bands coming in from Atlanta and Jim Bell Trio and other bands. So we think the music and just the atmosphere downtown is going to be able to draw people downtown for the tailgate.
Many local business owners enjoyed the extra customers that last season's tailgate events brought into downtown and are preparing for even more customers this year.
Oh, it did great. Most every time we had a good increase of 30 to 40% of business. And Mississippi State game, we had a record day here.
But city officials are also hoping the tailgates lure more university students to see the variety of restaurants and shops offered in downtown Troy and mingle with local residents.
This is just another way for us to bring some of the students downtown to be able to mix and mingle with our residents in Troy and Pike County, and also just to introduce some things that the kids might not, be aware of that we have in Troy and downtown.
I hope the students come join because it is a fun event. They have live entertainment. This year they're going to have a big screen TV, and it's just going to be a fun-filled day.
Lloyd Price, Troy TrojanVision News.
Downtown tailgate will start at 10 a.m. on the square in downtown Troy. For a preview of what the tailgate has to offer, residents can hit the square for the tailgate brown bag lunch Thursday at noon on the downtown square.
And the University Activities Council is always working to bring fun events and games to campus. And tomorrow night, they're hosting a tournament of a favorite childhood game. Amy Austin has more.
Troy's University Activities Council is looking for students to participate in a grade school and now college favorite playground activity, dodgeball. The UAC is holding their fall dodgeball tournament Wednesday night and are looking for teams to take part in the fun.
It's just so people can come out and just play the kids sport that we all used to play when we were younger, and the costumes that we're going to have, hopefully people wear. It's just going to be a good experience for them.
Incentives for dressing up and participating include a prize for best costume and also for the winning team. Students are encouraged to wear whatever costume strikes their fancy. The UAC just wants them to be fun.
I want to see every type of costume, like ninja costumes. It doesn't matter. Just whatever you want to wear, just make sure you have the best so you can get a prize.
Tolbert says the costumes and the camaraderie is all part of the fun on top of the actual dodgeball play.
It's going to be funny just to see people being competitive, and it's just going to be funny seeing people interact with the costumes and taking pictures and tweet about it, Instagram it, everything.
This year the tournament is moving to Sartain Hall. The UAC hopes the bigger venue will increase participation even from non-competitors.
I think the difference from last year and this year will be kind of greater because it is a bigger area, and I think more people will come to it, and it'll just bring out more people. Everybody needs to come out and see them compete and just bring people, and it also is passport for the freshmen, so just come out and enjoy the event, and we're going to have live music, so it'll be a fun experience.
Amy Austin, Troy TrojanVision News.
And if you're interested in participating in the dodgeball tournament, you must sign up by noon tomorrow in the UAC office. Again, the tournament will be tomorrow night at 7 in Sartain Hall. Well, Courtney, dodgeball might be making its way onto campus, but there are also other sports making its way this week.
Well, that's right, Christina. And yesterday, students had the chance to compete in a ping pong tournament. Sean Kent has more.
Monday night, the ping pong competition for the Greek All-Sports Championship took place in the Trojan Center game room. Many of the fraternity and sororities on campus were on site to compete or cheer on their friends as they competed. Taylor Blue, the all-sports representative for the Farmhouse fraternity and the on-site leader for intramural, tells us why Monday night was so important.
For the Greeks, it is part of our all-sport champion, which goes to the best Greek organization for a women's and men's division. And so this was heavily involved by a lot of Greeks. And then there was a few people that were not associated with that organization or any Greek organization that were in it.
Even though ping pong might seem like a casual pastime activity, Blue says that this ping pong got a little serious toward the end.
It started out kind of not as competitive, and then once it started getting closer to the championship game, it got pretty competitive, and a lot of people were doing some crazy shots and all that stuff. So.
But the tournament wasn't just for fraternities and sororities. Many independent students participated, as well as the winner of the individual competition, saying it took some time to build some confidence, but everything turned out well in the end.
Actually, at the start, I felt a little bit nervous because I can't find any of my friends here. But after winning a game or so, I felt confident of myself, and at last I won.
Sean Ken, Troy TrojanVision News.
Alpha Tau Omega took first place in the fraternity division, and Chi Omega won first place in the sorority division.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. In Mobile County, public school officials expect to decide Thursday whether to expel a student who was found with a loaded gun at Williamson High School. A district spokeswoman says the student was found with the gun last week and was quickly pulled to the principal's office.
And in Anniston, federal prosecutors say a man has been charged with trying to arrange for another man to be tortured and killed. Officials say 29-year-old Alan Wayne Dezen Morgan was arrested after he told undercover officers that he thought were members of the Ku Klux Klan that he'd pay them to kill a Munford man.
And in Montgomery, the state's Utility Regulatory Board has scheduled 3 public meetings to discuss the rates of Alabama gas. The Public Service Commission says the first meeting will be at 8:30 a.m. September 5th at the PSC Hearing Room in Montgomery.
And still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, the Trojan soccer team has an upcoming tournament at home. Mitchell Spoon will tell us more in sports. Thanks, Christina. Now Mitchell Spoon joins us with sports. So, Mitchell, I know soccer got kickstarted a couple weeks ago, but this has been the first big week for all of the Trojan athletics.
That's right. As you said, soccer got started last week, but they have a tournament this week, and plus we got the football game on Saturday, and the cross-country team has an invitational this weekend, but I'll get more into that right now. It may not be the biggest name that comes to mind when you think of college football rivalries, but for Troy, the in-state rivalry between the Trojans and the UAB Blazers is about as big as it comes, and in recent years, the stage has never been bigger. The Trojans Birmingham 39-29 to win 2 in a row in a series that has been dominated by the Trojans in the past 4 meetings. The Trojans are 3-1 in the past 4 years, but the schools have split the series evenly at 4-4 since 2002. But the Trojans know how important this game is each and every year.
It should be a heck of a game, and we'll have to be at our best. Hopefully we can get that. But it's time to coach and play.
So they always play us tough, and we always play them tough, and they bring us everything we want every time we play them. So we got to come out there ready to play, just like we are every week, week 1, and hopefully we can just transition it to every week and keep playing good.
The Trojans will get their chance to win 3 in a row against the Blazers on Saturday, with kickoff set for 6 p.m. And while the Trojan soccer team may not have liked the way their game ended against Stetson University this weekend, they can take that loss and turn it around this weekend in the 2013 Trojan Classic. The event features South Alabama, Jackson State, and Louisiana Tech. The Trojans look to get a little revenge as they play Louisiana Tech in the first match on Friday. Last season in the Classic, the Trojans ended a hard-fought game in a tie after 2 scoreless overtimes against the Bulldogs. But this year, Coach Chris Bentley expects a different outcome.
I think the big thing for us is recognizing when to commit numbers forward and when not to. If we've got pressure on the ball, our players have to recognize that at that point we've got to make sure we provide support as opposed to committing numbers forward. And that's a simple thing to fix, and I think once we start doing that, you'll see more and more creativity in the attack. Conference, but it is challenging. And I think being at home, having the comfort of our own locker room, our own fans, we love being here. And I think that's one of the biggest parts of our success when we are here.
The Trojan Classic begins Friday at 3 with the Trojans battling Louisiana Tech and resumes again on Sunday at 3 with the Trojans playing against Jackson State. And the Troy University cross-country team is proud to announce the final group of newcomers to the program for the 2013-2014 season. Coaches say the addition of this last group has helped produce one of the best recruiting classes in recent years, and that these freshmen have the opportunity to make an immediate impact on the program. An early test for the team is the 2013 Trojan Invitational on Friday, but Coach Jeff Jenkins says this event is great for developing the young runners.
Nobody's running anything longer, any longer distances than what they're used to running, but there still adds that extra fear of racing against SEC competition and racing against other South region competition, and this is all mostly a Division I meet. So the freshmen are a little antsy. The upperclassmen are trying to pull them along. The captains are doing a good job of that.
The Trojan Invitational again begins on Friday evening with the women's 3K run at 6 and the men's 5K run at 6:30. And if you haven't gotten enough of Trojan sports yet, you have the opportunity to learn even more with a new show airing tonight. It's Tea Time is a new sports show that will be airing each week featuring interviews with Director of Athletics John Hartwell and Troy coaches. This will give fans the chance to learn more about the respective programs with an in-depth interview with the man in charge and the head coaches themselves. But the coaches featured on the show aren't the ones that are always in the spotlight, and that's exactly the purpose of this program.
Not just the marquee sports, if you will, not just the football, men's basketball, baseball, but certainly our Olympic sports as well. And the It's Tea Time gives an overall view of our athletic department and gives an inside view, allows the viewers to get to listen to our coaches and to hear their perspective on the various teams.
Sellers will be the host of the program, and It's Tea Time will be the second sports show on TrojanVision that will air along with Trojan Sports Now. It's Tea Time will debut tonight at 7 right here on Troy TrojanVision. So a lot of things going on this weekend. Hopefully the soccer team can get that win in their tournament, the football team can get their win against the Blazers, and the cross-country team can get their win in their invitational.
Exactly. Thank you, Mitchell, and best of luck to the Trojans.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Mitchell.